If you like romantic chess, with sacrifices and brilliant moves, this game is for you. The game was played between a Grandmaster Raymond Keane and his opponent E. Fiedler. d4, knight c6, knight f3, d6, opening the diagonal for the bishop, e4 controlling the center, bishop g4, pinning the knight f3, d5 attacking the knight on c6, the knight jumps to e5. Because the knight on f3 is pinned, you cannot take the knight on e5 because the queen on d1 would be under attack. Knight takes e5. Wait, what? The queen is free. Yes, and black takes the queen. So white sacrificed the queen on move 5. Let's see what happens next. Bishop b5 check. The only way to block the king from the check is c6. Pawn takes c6. Queen a5 check. Now obviously if pawn takes the pawn, then bishop takes c6 and black would have to sacrifice their queen. Therefore, queen a5 check. Now the king cannot take on d1 because after queen takes b5, black is winning with an extra queen. So what white do? They play knight c3, protecting the bishop on b5. Black takes the pawn on c6, bishop takes c6 check, king goes to d8, now the knight on e5 is under attack, and white did not take the rook on a8, but instead they forked the king and the rook by the move knight takes f7 check. The king moves away to c7, bishop captures the rook on a8, the rook on h8 cannot be protected, so bishop, we forgot about the bishop, it's still on d1, it goes to h5. And now the knight takes the rook on h8. And take a look at this position. The white has their bishop on a8, the knight on h8. The black pieces, most of them are captured already, and some of them did not even start the game. They're still on the last rank. e6, first calm move in the whole game. Castle. We already forgot that white could castle in this position. Queen b6. The idea is to trap the bishop on a8 with the move queen b8. So therefore e5, opening the diagonal for the bishop so he can escape. But d5, blocking the escape route for the bishop. And here comes bishop takes d5. And you cannot take the bishop because after knight takes d5, there would be a fork and black will lose the queen. So what to do? Black plays bishop b4, developing the bishop. Bishop e3 for white, attacking the black queen. The queen escapes to a square a5. And here comes bishop takes e6, hitting the knight, still standing on the square g8. Queen takes e5, creating some counter chances. Now, if you take the bishop on g8, there is at least some counter game with bishop takes c3. But black didn't expect the next move from Raymond Keane. He plays bishop f4, pinning the queen to the king. But wait, you can take the bishop on f4, and that's what black did. But here comes knight d5, the last move of the game, a fork, winning the queen. And white won the game because they have 2 extra rooks and 3 extra pawns. Black resigned.